So hopefully everybody had a good start to the week, and hopefully everybody had a productive Monday. My Monday was pretty good. Went by pretty quick, considering Mondays always seem to go by quick for me though, so that's always a nice thing. Did go out today and get some footage, some emergency response footage. I did manage to get a Wellington ambulance responding, so that video will be up on the channel in the next couple of days. I got a Via Rail video that I just posted this afternoon that I had filmed yesterday while I was out doing some videoing. So that video will be, that video is already up, so you guys can check that video out if you haven't already. I'm just going to put out a community post letting everybody know I'm live. So just bear with me while I do that. My lives still have been glitchy on my phone. I've kind of been looking at it and had a few issues with it on my phone still. For those of you who haven't watched my streams recently, I've been having issues with the live streams on my phone. Doesn't seem to be affecting my tablet though, so that's a good sign. It's always encouraging when one device is working. But yeah, so at least we have one working. So yeah, that's about it for that. But yeah, today I did get out and do some filming. I did go to Wendy's for coffee this morning and did some buffing. And I did manage to get an ambulance responding. Managed to film it through the window of the restaurant. It wasn't the best video, but it's still a response, and it's still some content for the channel. So I'm excited to post that in the next couple of days. I also posted my awesome video of Guelph Fire Department Aerial 1 responding. I posted that this morning, and I was really excited to get that video up. I was really excited to get both videos up. The Platoon Chief video was put up a couple days prior, and the Aerial 1 video was put up today, and I was really excited to put both of those videos up. Really lucked out with that one, being right place, right time. The timing was just perfect, and managed to get a good video of Aerial 1 and Platoon Chief 1 responding. I was very happy with that, so not only did I get a train that day, I got 2 responses, so that was good. And then today I capped it off with another emergency response, so that was also a welcome sign. And it's always nice when you can go out and actually get something responding or get a video of something. It's always nice to be able to have that to add to the channel. So today was a good day. Last couple days have been pretty good. So February is actually shaping up to be a pretty good month. I know we're almost at the end of it, and I'm really excited for this buffing trip I'm going on Friday. So stay tuned. Hopefully I get some videos there. What's up, Ontario Fire Buff? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing, man? How was your day at school? Or did you even go to school today? But welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. But yeah, I did get an ambulance responding today, so super excited about that. And tomorrow I'm going to try and go out and do some filming. If nothing else, I'm going to get Via Rail 84 coming into Guelph. So that'll be some video footage. I was going to go and get Via Rail 87 tonight, but it is delayed by about 35 minutes, and it's going to be dark by the time it gets here, so I decided to pass on Via Rail 87 tonight. Although I did get Via Rail 87 a couple nights ago, so it's not a big loss. Weird Content Creator says hello. Hi, Weird Content Creator. That's a neat name you got. I like it. It's _Weird Content Creator. Ontario Firebuff says, school was normal as always, lol. Well, fair enough. That's alright. Sometimes normal is best. Just another day. That's how it was for school for me, honestly. It was pretty much just the same old thing, and it becomes the same old routine after a while. You're welcome, a Weird Content Creator. That name's gonna get me every time, but it's a pretty good one. You're very welcome for that. And welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. How do you know which number of Via Rail trains there are? So I'll actually show you, because I've gotten this question a few times, and you know what, I might as well just show you. I'll show you the website that I use to actually track the Via Rail trains. The website I use, sorry about my camera here, and I can just choose my train number up here, and it says follow your train in real time, and then we'll go down to Via Rail 87, which is the train that's coming through my city. And as you can see right now, it's just heading for Brampton. Its end destination is Sarnia, but it will be stopping in Guelph. But as you can see, it's a little bit delayed. So it's supposed to be here in 37 minutes at 18:59, which is a little bit later than usual. As I said, probably about probably about 35 minutes, because usually it comes through here at around 6:30, 6:25, so it's a little bit delayed tonight. But that seems to be the usual way for Via Rail as of late. They've been getting a lot of mechanical failures with their newer charger fleet, and they've also been having significant weather delays. Not the CN train, the other one. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Via Rail trains. And I know the numbers just based off what I showed you, so I don't know if you saw that that I showed you on the website. But you can go to viarail.com, or you can just, what I do every time is I just type in Via Rail Tracker, and you can go and you can find all the trains and track each number of train throughout the province, throughout the whole country, and you can hopefully find your trains. So I know in St. Thomas you don't really have a Via Rail train that passes through, but the corridor that I'm in is the Quebec to Windsor corridor, and we have Via Rail 73, we have Via Rail 61, 87, 84, 72. We have a bunch of Via Rail trains that run back and forth. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I've never been on a train before. Is it chill? Oh yeah, being on a train is really good. I really enjoy it, and I would highly recommend it if you haven't been on one. I really enjoy it. It's pretty scenic. It's a different way to travel, and I just really like it. I've always had a positive experience with it. Does Via Rail go through Toronto? Yes, they do go through Toronto. Actually, their main station, Union Station, is where, for example, our train, Via Rail 87, which is coming tonight, originates, is at Union Station in Toronto. I've traveled out of Union Station many times via the GO train, and the GO train is pretty cool because it's a double-decker train, so you can, I always would sit up on the upper level when I would take the GO train. Via Rail trains are just a single-level train, so you don't get to sit up on the upper deck on that. But Via Rail, the iconic Via Rail 1, which is the Via Rail train that goes all across Canada. It starts in, I believe it starts in either Montreal or Toronto, and it goes all the way to Vancouver. That's a very scenic trip. Taking the train from Toronto to Vancouver, it's a very scenic trip. It's spread out over, I think, 4 days, so it's a 4-day trip to do that from Toronto to Vancouver. It's a really scenic trip, especially when you get to the Alberta-BC border and you get into the mountain ranges, the Rocky Mountains. You get some very scenic views on that Via Rail trip. It's a beautiful trip. Very expensive, though. It's kind of on one of my bucket list of things to do. But you have to dedicate 4 days to get from Toronto to BC, and you have to have the money to do it. So it's not for everybody, but if it's something that a lot of Canadians strive to do, and if you ever get the chance to do it, be sure to do it because it's pretty cool. Trains are really cool, though. I've always been into trains. I've gotten more into trains since I've started my YouTube channel, you know, doing rail fanning and learning about trains from my brother and from some of my rail fan viewers. So I think it's really cool, and I encourage anybody to take a train, you know, do some rail fanning, film a train. I think it's all pretty cool and pretty exciting stuff, at least to me. I'm kind of nerdy, so maybe what's exciting to me might not be exciting to everybody else, but I enjoy it very much. It's pretty cool. But yeah, we've had a good conversation about trains. I'd like to get some more freight trains on the channel. I've gotten quite a few passenger trains and quite a few commuter trains. I'd like to get the CN freight train a little bit more often, but just the trouble with it being so cold, it's not really ideal to you know, go out and film a freight train in this weather, especially because on my line they do a lot of shunting back and forth, so there's not really a fast freight train that comes through my line during the day. Last time I went on a train was in 2018 in Port Stanley. Oh, that's pretty cool. Nice. Nice. I didn't even know Port Stanley had a train. That's pretty cool. I will probably go on one soon. Yeah, definitely. If you get the opportunity to go on a train, definitely take it and you know, try it out and see how you like it. And I think you probably would enjoy it. I do agree with that. I think it's a pretty enjoyable experience. It's certainly a unique experience if you've never done it before. And I had never been on a plane as a kid. So really a train was my first real travel experience. You know, the closest thing I could get to an airplane was a train. So that was really exciting for me, especially as a young kid who had never traveled anywhere and who had never been on a plane. A train was really even much more exciting to me. And then years later I did fly on planes, but yeah, I have a lot of good memories from the train. So yeah, there's that. It's always fun to take the train. But yeah, no, I haven't taken one recently. It's been about 6 years since I last took a train, And I take the GO train always. Very convenient because I live in Guelph, and if you need to get to Toronto, it's about a maybe 2 hour train ride to get from Guelph to Toronto. And you can get right off at Union Station, which is right downtown Toronto, so it's very convenient for getting around downtown Toronto. One thing about Union Station I didn't like, I haven't been there recently, but one thing about Union Station I didn't like was it was always under construction. Years and years of construction at that station, and every time you went there was just a dust bowl of construction. Would you rather a train or a car trip? Honestly, I've done both. I've done longer road trips, but I would prefer a train. I am very nervous in a car. I don't like cars, like riding in cars. I don't like driving cars. I like cars. I'm a vehicle enthusiast, but I don't want nothing to do with them in terms of going for rides or driving them. I've been in a couple accidents, so that's kind of scared the living hell out of me for driving and for going on road trips. So yeah, for me, a train. How about you? What would you prefer to go on? Again, and I can speak from experience because I've done both, but yeah, cars scare the hell out of me. I'm really, and it's kind of a newfound fear. I never really used to be afraid of driving or going in a car, but now I'm really freaked out about it. I got in an accident a few years ago with one of my friends, and that just rattled me, and I haven't been able to get over it, and it's been about 3 years since the accident, and I can't get that image out of my mind. Like, it just rattles me every time I go in a car. Not to mention the Guelph drivers are really crazy. I'm surprised when the train station was built in St. Thomas, LOL. It looks like the building is from the 1930s, but was built in 2013. Yeah, some of those train stations are pretty old. I know our train station is really old. It's probably from the early 1900s, possibly even the 1930s. But they do modernize it. Like, even Union Station, they've done a lot of modernizations to it in Toronto, but years and years of construction to get to that point, and we're still doing construction on it, so it's kind of a big project. That's one thing I do kind of criticize about the Western train system, the American train system and the Canadian train system, is it's very expensive. It takes a very long time to construct and do anything meaningful with the train system. Like, you look at Via Rail, they just spent $900 million to modernize their fleet, almost $1 billion to modernize their fleet, and it's not even technically a high-speed rail line. California, they're $10 billion in the hole, and about 10 years out from a high-speed rail project from San Francisco to LA. So, trains in the Western Hemisphere are pretty inefficient and very expensive. That's okay. Something like that happened to me, and I still think about it to this day. Oh, yeah. Like, it still resonates in my mind, and it makes it difficult for me to enjoy road trips or drives or anything like that, or even get into a car. If I have the option of walking somewhere in Guelph or driving somewhere, I'm probably going to choose the walk if it's close. If it's far and it's -20 out, I'll suck it up and drive. But if it's warm and close, I will walk. I will definitely choose the walk. A lot of people prefer the drive, but I'm just in that frame of mind, I guess. But yeah, no, that's one kind of critique I have with the Western Hemisphere and the train systems in this part of the world is it takes a very long time, it's very expensive, and a lot of the times it's less efficient. Like, why would you want to build a $10 billion high-speed rail between San Francisco and LA when you can just get on an airplane and be there in 40 minutes? It doesn't make sense to me. Or take a bus. It doesn't make sense to me, but that's the governor of California, his idea for high-speed rail. I hope it comes true, because high-speed rail really does work if done properly. But yeah, I mean, high-speed rail is really great if it's done properly. Trouble is it's not done properly. Like, the thing with California is they're building a high-speed rail line, but the funny thing is they're having designers that are not even familiar with high-speed rail technology. They're getting American railroad designers to design this high-speed rail line, which is kind of curious to me. But anyway, I don't want to delve too deep into that. A weird content creator says we all have different opinions. That's right. And I'm not against trains. I'm just, I think it should be value for the money. And if the money's not there, if the value's not there, then maybe it should be reconsidered.
My friend messaged me on Xbox. Be right back. All right, cool, man. You go and do what you got to do. Talk to your friend. And I'm probably going to wrap this stream up at the 20-minute mark, just so you guys know. Today's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream. I don't have as much to talk about today. As you know, we do this every day, so every day there's something new to talk about. But whatever I don't say today, I will say tomorrow. So it's no big loss if I sign off a little bit early today. But yeah. So what else is on the docket? I got to do the end of the month response compilation, so I'm going to start compiling that soon. I'd like to make another Via Rail compilation and post that fairly soon. Just a series of clips of the Via Rail trains that I filmed recently, and I'd like to get that up on the channel. So yeah, that's kind of my plan. Whether or not I get up to that, we'll have to wait and see. Never mind, he just accidentally sent it to me instead of his other friend, LOL. Okay, fair enough. I've done that a couple times. Even with text messages, I've accidentally sent text messages to the wrong people, and it's kind of embarrassing in a way. Especially if it's a text message and it's something, that's kind of personal or whatever, but yeah. Same here, yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, we're already 15 minutes in. Holy crap, I've been yapping for a while. But yeah, today I did go out for a walk. Today was a little bit challenging. A little bit of a challenging terrain to walk in today. It was very icy. Basically, all the sidewalks in Guelph were covered in total ice. So there was a couple times where I slipped and slided, and I had to be careful. But luckily, I did make it to my destination safely, and I made it home safely. I didn't see any snow removal operations going on today, so I didn't get any snow removal operations on film. Unfortunately, I really haven't seen much snow removal operations lately, so really hasn't been any of that to film for the channel. But I do have a whole playlist dedicated to snow removal, so if that's the kind of thing you guys enjoy, be sure to check that playlist out. I also have several other playlists for different niches of my channel, so be sure to check all my playlists out if you haven't already. I do have one more playlist I've been meaning to make, and that is a freighters playlist for all the vessels that I filmed down at the St. Clair River. I don't have a playlist for that, surprisingly, which is funny because I have over 10 videos of freighters on my channel, so yeah. I saw one last weekend but didn't have my phone with me, of course. Yeah, you gotta remember to bring your phone with you and film stuff, especially with me. I never used to carry my phone around a lot, but when I started doing the YouTube thing, I brought my phone everywhere with me, and I would film everything I could, every chance I could, and now I bring it with me everywhere. I bring it with me even if I'm going out to throw the garbage out. I bring it everywhere with me, because you never know with what I film when you're going to see something. I live right by a train track. I live on a fairly busy street. It's the middle of winter, so I might get a snowplow, so I always have my phone with me wherever I go. My brother likes trains. Yeah, trains are pretty awesome. My brother's really big into trains too. In fact, he's part of the reason why I'm so into trains. He's very knowledgeable about trains. A lot of the knowledge I have from trains I got from my brother, so I can credit my brother for my rail fanning interest. My mom didn't let me bring my phone, LOL. Well, fair enough. If your mom's not letting you do that, then you gotta listen to your mom and respect those rules. I know when I was young, my dad didn't let me bring my phone out, and for the best. Growing up that way, I kind of appreciated that rule. And then as I got older, obviously in high school and that, I didn't even start bringing my phone with me until grade 11 to school. And the main reason is because I had moved out of my dad's and I was kind of making my own decisions at the time. So yeah, haven't lived with my dad for 6 years. So I've been kind of making my own decisions for this period of time. I do live with people. I don't live alone. I couldn't afford to live alone, but I do live with people, and I do have somewhat a pretty large degree of autonomy, so I do appreciate that very much, and it's nice. But yeah, when I started filming and doing content creation, I brought my phone with me everywhere because everything in my realm is content. Whether it's a snowplow, whether it's a fire truck, whether it's an airplane, whether it's a train, everything is content. And even big trucks. If I see a big truck that's fairly nice, I'll take a video of it. And that's one regret I have. When I went up to Alliston on Saturday, I really didn't get that many videos. I wish I could have gotten some, because on Highway 10 going up towards Shelburne there was a lot of nice big rigs on the highway, so I kind of wish I was able to film some of the nice big rigs that I saw, because there was some really classy stuff going up that way. So maybe next time I'll be able to get some nice big rig action. Although I did post a big rig yesterday. a 1990s Ford L9000, which was all customized. It was all redone, and it was straight pipe, so it was a pretty nice looking truck. And certainly very unique. It's not very often you see an old Ford L9000 around V streets anymore. It wasn't too long ago where you saw a lot of them, but now they're kind of becoming scarce. So when you see one, it's certainly a treat, especially one that's all done up and customized. So that was a nice little treat. And that's another goal I have for 2026, is trying to do more trucking, film more big trucks, film more truck shows, do stuff like that. I'm going to Truck World in April, so I'm going to try and get some good content out of that show. Hopefully going back to the Clifford Truck Show in the summertime. So if I go there, I'll definitely get some good content. That's always a really good show. Anybody who lives in the Guelph, Kitchener, Waterloo, Mount Forest area should definitely check out the Clifford Truck Show in Clifford, Ontario. It's a great show. A lot of beautiful trucks there. Show quality stuff, really. So it's a nice event. Very nice event. Very good people. And the community really does do a good job accommodating the event. And then Truck World's in April, so that's basically all the new trucks, all the truck lines and vendors use that event to promote their business and share their stories and whatever. So it's a good event too. I just subscribed to you, so I'll stay alert on your channel. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. A weird content creator, a weird_ content creator. I really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy everything that's here, and I hope to see you in a future stream. But yeah, no, so on that note, guys, I'm probably going to end the stream. It's a little bit early tonight. Let's see, we got another chat here. Hold on, I'll just read this chat. I think our old Rescue 7 had the same type of cab from that old Ford, but yellow. Very possible. I'd have to go back in your history and look and see, but I wouldn't be surprised, because a lot of fire trucks from the 90s and late 80s ran the Ford L9000 platform. So it's very possible that your old truck was that platform. I'll look it up because I'm kind of curious to see. But yeah. Have a good night. Well, you too, Ontario Fire Buff. I'm going to sign off here in a minute. You can say weird content creator. It doesn't matter. Okay, man. I will certainly do that, because that's a little bit easier for me to say. Weird content creator. Well, thank you for joining the stream, everybody. And weird content creator, welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy everything you see. And stay tuned, because I upload daily on here, and I generally do these live streams daily. But for those of you who tuned into the stream, Ontario Fire Buff, weird content creator, thank you so much for joining. It was a pleasure talking with you, and I'll speak with you again soon. Take care, guys.